at the beginning of this episode, everybody ends up showing up to Rashida's pressed fashion show, but Rashida invited a lot of people that do not get along, so I thought that there was going to be some drama because she ended up inviting Bambi to be in the fashion show. Then she has Scrappy performing for the fashion show, and Bambi and Scrappy are not in a good place at this point. And then she has Erica Dixon and her daughter Imani in the audience, and we know that they don't like Bambi either and have been going at her on social media, so I definitely thought there was going to be a lot of drama. But surprisingly, when Scrappy started performing, Bambi was actually dancing and singing to his music, which I thought was mature because even though they don't like each other at the moment, she can still support his music, so I thought that was good. Erica Dixon was also dancing to Scrappy's music, but Bambi felt like Erica was trying to get her attention. And I'm not gonna lie, I did see people in the comment section saying that they didn't feel like Erica was trying to get Bambi's attention, but when I watched it, it definitely looked like Erica Dixon was trying to get Bambi's attention. She was doing a lot while Scrappy was performing, and I think it's good that she was supporting Scrappy's music, but it looked like she was being aggressive towards Bambi because she was facing Bambi's direction and like pointing in her direction. And then people were saying that Imani actually went live and she confirmed that her and her mother were sticking up their middle fingers at Bambi. I didn't see the live, so I don't know if that was true, but there was more than one person saying that Imani admitted that they were. So if that is the case, then Bambi was right. They were trying to get her attention. But after the fashion show was over, Bambi was walking in the back where Scrappy was, and he immediately went the other way, so she followed him, okay? Because at this point, she's pissed off at the fact that he let Erica Dixon talk bad about her on his podcast with their kids running around in the background where they could hear what was being said, and I feel like she had a right to be upset about that, okay? I think she had every right to check him for that because I feel like if the roles were reversed and Bambi had a guy on her podcast that did not like Scrappy and was talking bad about him with their kids running around in the background, he would have an issue with that. He would have been dragging her. Mama D would have been dragging her. Everybody would have dragged her for that. So I feel like she has every right to be upset. I saw people in the comment section dragging Bambi, saying that she should have said something to Erica and not Scrappy, but no, she doesn't have any ties to Erica, okay? She has ties to Scrappy because they have small children together. It's Scrappy's job to make sure that their kids are not hearing bad things about their mother from the people that he brings around them. So I feel like it was his job to shut it down, so I feel like it was right for her to confront him. So Carly has been going through it ever since they came back from the Cabo trip, and she ends up having Yandy and Amy come and visit her, and she's really upset and she's crying, saying that she doesn't feel like herself and things are not going well with Tilo, and that she thinks that he's cheating on her. She said that everything went left between the two of them when they were budgeting for their wedding, and at first she gave him a low budget, then it went higher and he got upset about that, so he ended up leaving and telling her that he was going to talk to her at 5 o'clock when he got done from working. But once it hit 5 o'clock, he never came home, so she started blowing up his phone and he never answered it, so she ended up leaving out of town as well. And so right now the two of them are not speaking to each other. And I mean, I'm not saying that I don't have sympathy for Carly for what she's going through, but listen, she married a man that she barely knew, that was a lot younger than her, and she knew that he was seeing other women when they got together. She knew he was cheating. That's why she was recording him and tracking him, putting tracking devices in his car and stuff. She knew that he was cheating on her, so for her to be questioning whether or not he's actually cheating at this point is crazy to me. He didn't answer your phone calls after he told you he was going to come home at 5 o'clock. You know that he's cheating, so why sit there and try to speculate on whether or not he is? I feel like she's upset and she's embarrassed because of the fact that she got married and bragged about this relationship with this guy, and now everything's falling apart. And we know that recently Tilo did file for divorce, and she actually recently got arrested, I think last week, for breaking into his home and taking some things out of the house. So things between the two of them just crashed very quickly. I feel like Carly really needs to be single. Now, Scrappy and Mama D actually end up meeting up with Jock and Zayn in this episode because Scrappy has some information that he wants to let them all know. So while they're sitting down having a conversation, Mama D starts bringing up the beef that she had with Shakira recently when Shakira checked her, and rightfully so, for pulling out a paternity test on Scrappy's podcast trying to embarrass Shakira. And so Mama D is claiming that she doesn't want to be involved in any of the drama anymore when it comes to Scrappy's women. And so him and Mama D are going back and forth. And that's when Zayn inserts himself into it, okay? But he's playing around. You can tell by his demeanor and the way that he's talking, laughing, and smiling that he's just playing around, and he's taking Mama D's side, telling Scrappy not to stress out Mama D. And because Mama D likes that Zayn is playfully taking her side, she starts playing back with him, giving him a hug, and that's when Scrappy gets annoyed and he starts telling Mama D not to be hugging on Zayn. But then Zayn jokingly tells Scrappy that Mama D is his mother too, and so this seems to really piss off Scrappy, so he brings up Ashley and he tells tell Zayn that since Mama D is Zayn's mother too, then that means that Ashley must be his wife. And so Zayn gets upset by this because he feels like Scrappy is taking it too far by bringing his wife into the conversation, which I agree with. I don't feel like Scrappy had to do that. I don't feel like he had to bring, Ashley into the conversation, especially because you could tell that Zayn was playing around. So Scrappy ends up getting up out of his seat trying to fight Zayn, and I felt like he was doing too much. Like, what is he doing? Why did he get so mad about Zayn saying that Mama D was his mother too? I just feel like that was weird. I mean, some people were saying that they felt like Zayn was in the wrong. Jock even said that he felt like Zayn was in the wrong, but I feel like Scrappy was in the wrong. Like, I feel like Scrappy needs to learn to communicate better, because it seems like every time he has a conversation with somebody that he's upset in, he starts going off and, acting crazy. So I just felt like he was doing too much in that situation. I feel like it didn't have to go that far. I do feel like Zayn needs to be careful how he plays with people, though, because some people don't like to play like that. But I do feel like, Scrappy was the one in the wrong. Now, Scrappy did end up calming down, and he ended up announcing that the baby that he had with Shakira is actually his. The DNA test proved it, and he said that he already knew that the baby was his. So at the end of this episode, Spice actually ends up having an event for the premiere of one of her music videos, and she invites everybody to come, everybody except for Bambi, because we know that she does not like Bambi. But Jessica is friends with Bambi, and she actually ends up showing up. And when Spice notices that Jessica is there, she told her that she didn't think that she was gonna come, and Jessica said that she came to ruin Spice's event because of the way that Spice ruined hers. Now, she was just joking. She wasn't really trying to ruin the event. Well, she kind of did, but it wasn't her that ruined it. It was Bambi, but she did end up, participating and orchestrating the whole thing. Now, Spice does end up apologizing to Jessica for trying to fight Jasmine at her event, and Jessica seems to, accept the apology. However, she ends up pulling Spice to the side after Spice tells everybody to go into the other room because she's about to show them her music video, and Jessica pulls her out into the hallway where Bambi is standing, and, Spice feels some type of way because she did not invite Bambi. And Bambi does not beat around the bush at all. She immediately ends up asking Spice if she was taken off the cast album, and Spice said that she did take Bambi off the cast album so that she wouldn't be stressed out, which we know that's not the real reason why she took Bambi off the cast album. She took Bambi off the cast album because she doesn't like her. Let's just be clear. But Bambi asked her, okay, so if I'm off the album, did you take Amy off the album too? And Spice said that she didn't take Amy off the album, and I feel like Bambi had a right to be upset about that, because at the end of the day, Amy is the one that started all this drama in the first place. She's the one that wrote a diss track about Sierra and Bambi in the first place when nobody was trying to write any diss tracks for this album. And Amy is the one who went to Bambi in London in the car and told Bambi that the only reason why she wrote a diss track about her is because Spice told her that Bambi was writing one about her. And so that's what caused all this drama in the first place. Now, I feel like Bambi is upset with Spice because when she first tried to talk to Spice about the situation because Amy told her this information, Spice didn't really want to hear what Bambi had to say, and she immediately took Amy's side and said that she doesn't think that Amy told Bambi this information, even though we saw the clip of Amy telling her this. And Amy sat up there and lied, because when Spice ended up asking Amy if she told Bambi that she's the one who told her to write a diss track about her, she claims that she didn't say that to Bambi at all, even though we all saw the damn clip. So Bambi starts going off, okay? She starts going off trying to ruin Spice's event because she feels like Spice is being messy, and she won't own up to the fact that she was being messy, because Spice did admit that she did tell Bambi that, Amy was writing a diss track about her, which was true. Amy was writing a diss track about Bambi, but once Spice told this to Bambi, that's when Bambi made a diss track about Amy. So it's just a really messy situation. I feel like Amy is the one that started it, and she's being a liar, and I feel like the reason why Spice was quick to take Amy's side over Bambi's was because she already didn't like Bambi, okay? She already doesn't like Bambi because Bambi's friends with Erica Mena, who she does not like. So she already was going to take Amy's side, even though we all saw the clip of Amy telling this information to Bambi. So I feel like Spice should have waited to, go off on Bambi and take her off the album until she found out if Amy really did say this to Bambi, because in that case, I feel like Amy and Bambi should have been taken off the album. That's what I feel like Spice should have done. If there was drama between Amy and Bambi and it created this whole mess surrounding the album, I feel like she should have taken them both off, not just Bambi. So those are my thoughts on this week's episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos and hit the notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you all. And until next time, I will talk to you guys in my next video.